In the Martinez waterfront district, there is thankfully only one Measurehead. Today, we will listen to his crap while trying not to throw up. Let's see what happens if we subscribe to his advanced race theory. We can supposedly reject it later.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Okay, let's try it. Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there.
Do you?
Okay, we're going to whisper to Kim. This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
Kim, you're just going to have to suck it up. Sometimes, we got to play a role. That's why our drama's so high. And, have you closed 216 cases successfully?
You are obviously a liberal, Sayerlight. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself.
So is he calling bullshit on us?
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
We're going to try all of these. Type A?
Those are the Semanese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Yeah, I'm certain that lactose intolerance comes from inbreeding. That's definitely it.
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
That paints a very odd picture. Wait, who exactly are the Mon?
You know them by the names of their nation-states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Again, his people are from Revachol. So, this guy's a superposer.
Mahoon is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Huhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
See, that's good to know. Thank you, Encyclopedia. But what about the wooden clogs?
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
Yeah, see, that's just celebratory, not something to be ashamed of.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
I mean, talk about not being able to take someone seriously. Jeez, this guy.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
I don't know, Composure. Sometimes you gotta, throw caution to the wind and embrace the disco. Okay, got it. Who are Type A then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina. The ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea. The Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners. All have Type A race propensities.
I can't even begin to describe how much subtitle editing I'm going to need to do on that statement.
The other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
Wow, so they're not Type A because they have yellow skin.
overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
This guy is incredibly long on opinions and super short on facts. And who are the Semanese and Areopagites in this?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Semanese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
We're going to do this because I like the idea of continue receiving wisdom, even though it's just basically move on. What's the difference between the Semanese and the Areopagites?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Semanese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
Alright, let's move on to Type B, shall we, Measurehead?
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
Mud-colored, that's great.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
I was going to say mud-colored, but I guess because we had this visual calculus success, let's say this instead. You said the Khoikos, I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen.
I'm not sure how much more of this I can take.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
Oh, so it's not just alcohol and tobacco. Potatoes are also the devil. Oh, okay.
The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
This guy does have a very good vocabulary. He just doesn't have a very good grasp of reality.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
You don't like ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla.
Oh, will it? I'm not sure you're actually going to make it very far out of Martinez.
Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semanese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature. Not the base inner spoilage called demos.
I wonder if the way he pronounces words is some kind of ignorant putting on of airs, since he mispronounces them so badly. And the Vacholiers you mentioned?
The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
I wonder where he came up with 82,000 years.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, nice. We can say, go away, stupid political thoughts. pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive chess piece.
I think he's actually the one who's the naive chess piece. He's being manipulated. The revolution sounds like it was perpetrated by degenerate marauders, not all the people of Revachol.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia.
Guess this from if he's just making it up on the fly.
The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Enough of Tibet mediocrity.
He nods, satisfied with the outcome. He made no sense. All right, let's ask about the vile CF race cauldron of pedastery, please.
Chips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Chimeric experiments?
Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Semanese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Semanese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring.
I got nothing here. This guy is living in a biological fantasy land of bigotry and misunderstanding. It's actually sickening. So I guess kudos to the writers of this game because they did an incredible job of creating these characters that can trigger a visceral response in me.
The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
I wonder if this guy has done so many stories that he is sterile.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Yes, it sure does. Maybe I have misunderstood something, but aren't humans too similar to produce genetically sterile offspring?
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Any more?
Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Simino Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site.
You know, I don't really wish to know, but I kind of have to. This guy is so bananas.
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Semanese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Semanese strength and Grad servility.
So he's saying the Koiko, which is apparently like the N-word, and the Semanese have been bred into a servant underrace. Wow. The unfortunate thing is that a lot of this race theory, this is the shit that was spewed in the Holocaust.
This will never happen. The Semanese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Semanese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman, or Koika.
So he maintains that potatoes are the most effective contraceptive device. Wow.
But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you help me get the body down if I do?
We will see.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way in, without becoming a race theoretician.
Yeah, I agree, Kim. I'm not even willing to risk accepting this task or thought and then rejecting it later. Not a chance. On second thought, I don't have time to get any deeper into this stuff.
Lost, though, buckled away at the last gate. This is why your haplogroup will never rise from the ashes. Now, I need to luxuriate in the private company of my babe. Leave me.
Oh, well, if he's going to go to the private company of his babe, maybe he'll go somewhere else and we can push the button. Let's discuss something else.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
Still want to try and knock him down. More than ever. Well, that was time poorly spent. Not even sure what to do next. That was a lot of time spent in a filthy, disgusting way. Maybe I should go take a shower. Ugh.
I need a shower.
See if this guy has anything new to say now that we've talked to Measurehead.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
The Measurehead thing didn't go well for me. Could you help me with that somehow?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days.
I don't know what he means by gadgets, but thanks for nothing, buddy.
Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls.
I guess he just told me what he meant by gadgets, and I wonder if there is something to this knocking over the crane.
Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Pretty sure we don't. At least not all of these things.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
He pats the side of his nose with his index finger. What a strange guy.
Something changes in his disposition. A merciful smile in the corner of his eye.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Oh, Measurehead is Jean-Luc?
First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically grovel. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Get him to share his theory by being subordinate. I thought we got him to share his theory, but maybe not.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
Good talking to you. Gotta run. Let's go talk to the scab leader again. See if there's anything new there.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Oh, we do have something new. You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say, a really big race theorist guarding a button?
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
Do you? Do you say that?
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. I guess we're gonna have to take that option that I was so eager to take. This is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well. In fact, I think no matter what that percentage says, we are gonna lose. Otherwise, the rest of this dialogue just wouldn't make sense. Okay, we're going to do everything we can. I think it was physical instrument, so we're going to do everything we can to improve it. I think we have some clothing. This is suggestion, conceptualization. This is physical instrument, so we can put that on in place of our drama pants, drama shirt. None of this is going to help. Okay, we've got an additional +1 physical instrument. So let's go see how much that helps us with Measurehead.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Okay, now we have a 58% chance. I still think this is fixed, but we're going to give it a shot here. Ouch.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
I bet it hurts. It looks incredibly painful.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I don't think he's gonna relent that easily. Officer Superstar has been through a lot of pain in his life. He's not a total wimp. How about fuck you?
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
First I'm gonna heal myself. Then I'm gonna say, no, I won't fucking say anything.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Still you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Wait, does that mean we ultimately acceded to his demands and called ourselves a violent drunk? I don't like that idea. Okay, we healed one here. I'm gonna put our disco shirt back on because it's much more our style. Well... Oh, Kim has something to say.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
No, Kim, calm it down. I don't expect you to shoot anybody.
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that Hulk.
I don't really know how Superstar would respond here, because he's clearly of two minds on almost everything now. But I think he's going to be practical. How else are we going to get through the gates?
There must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here.
Alright, fine. I won't do it again.
Let's think of something else.
Yeah, let's think of something else. Thanks, Kim. You're really not all that helpful. You could have shot him ahead of time. Alright, let's see if our beret-wearing friend has anything to add now.
I guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now?
I don't know. Gotta run. Alright, let's go talk to the scab leader now that it's possible he can help us. Maybe he's got an idea.
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
This guy really knows how to kick some ass. That's what I'm getting.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Okay. Alright.
Let's talk about our right to work.
How about I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc up there?
No! I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker.
No, you're a fighter. You're definitely a fighter. Alright, I'm gonna leave for now. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm out of patience for today. Join us next time when we will hopefully figure out how to get past Measurehead. Until then, please remember to spay or neuter your pets and racist family members.